Hi, welcome back. Few hours back, we created a grid system from the empty HTML page, right? So I think you've been wondering how you can create a template out of this grid system, right? So in the previous video, we created this grid system, 12 column, rock solid, unbreakable grid system. Okay, and now in this video, I'm going to show you how you can create your own template. All right, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to create a template pattern like this: logo, navigation, main content, aside, featured content, and footer. And I'll also show you how you can put nested elements, nested column within the column. Okay, so that's what we are going to create in this tutorial from scratch. Not from scratch, but from where we left from this with this grid system. Okay, so we will be using the grid system to create this. Okay, from this to this. Okay, and check this out, this is also responsive. Any way you want it to be, it will be. Okay, so it's really rock solid, unbreakable, trust me. Okay, so we will be creating this out of this grid column system. Okay, all right, so let's get started. So back to the brackets, this is where we left, right? Okay, all right, so this is what we have created in the last tutorial. Okay, we have the HTML tag, body tag, and all the grid engine. Okay, and the media queries. So we are keeping everything as it is, and we will simply be changing and modifying the HTML structures. Okay, so we won't touch the CSS, and I think that's really that's loyal, right? That's trustworthy. So I'm not manipulating any CSS. I left it as it was, and I'm starting from there. Okay, so let's increase the font so that you can see better. Okay, I think it's good enough. All right, so we're keeping the previous code just as it is. We won't touch the CSS. Okay, so we will be touching the HTML, and you will find out how powerful it is. So let's turn the live preview on. Okay, so we are also going to save this file as save as in the same folder. So we will call this 12 column grid template 1. Okay, 12 column grid template 1. Okay, save. So now we can change these and play with this pattern system. Okay, so let's get started. So first I'm going to remove all these divs that I don't need. I don't want the grid. I want my own templates in there, own pattern, like this one. Okay, all right, so this is what we have right now. So save the file, and also I'm going to put some comments in there so that I know that this is the grid, and this is the row, and things like that. So grid, copy this, paste it in here, and change the name, row, and also the end tag in there. End row and grid. Okay, so now we know that this is the grid structure, so that we don't make any mistakes in there, okay, while we put the HTML elements in there. Okay, moving on. All right, save. Okay, so within here, first we're going to work with this grid and row. We're going to create another div with a class name called wide 12, and within that we're gonna have a div just like before. We're gonna call it call, and we're gonna give the name header. Okay, like so that we know that our navigation and the logo, it should be the logo. So make it 3 column wide, and also I'm going to copy this column just after the row, so make sure you do that like me. Copy this, put it just underneath, and we have given the given this class a column with wide version of it, column 3. Okay, we are using column 3, so we need to give it column 9 so that it fills out the area. Okay, so it has to be 12. Okay, so whenever it is in the grid and row div, it must fill up the 12 column. So 9 and 3 plus 9 plus 3 is equals to 12, right? So change these to navigation. Okay, all right, so we have our logo and navigation there. Okay, so now we need to have our main and aside, right? Okay, so we won't put the main and aside in the same grid and row. Okay, we want them to be separate, and that way, and only that way, okay, you can stop breaking things in here. Okay, so let's copy this and just put it outside of that div. So we have a grid and row in here, and within that we have our logo and navigation. Okay, so we are creating another grid system in here just after that. Okay, and we're gonna manipulate that grid and row. Okay, so for the main, we're gonna have 8 column, that will be the main, and the 4 column will be the aside. So there we go, save. So that's that. So now we're gonna copy this code again, paste it in here just outside of that grid system. Okay, and now we are gonna have the featured item. Okay, so we're gonna have 3 or 4, is totally up to you. If we for this tutorial sake, I'm gonna put 4 of them. Okay, so we're gonna have to have 3 of them. I mean, we're gonna have column with 3, and we'll need 4 of them. Featured items. And simply copy this, paste it just below it, and we have 4 featured item in there. Okay, and also we're gonna copy this grid pattern in here, and just after that we're gonna paste it to make the footer, right? So we don't need this extra elements. Okay, so we only need 12 column, and that will be the footer. So footer will take the full width, and that's that. Okay, so that's how easy it is to create a grid pattern. And let's check it. So it is like that now. So it transforms like this, and when it is from infinity to 320 pixels, it will be like that. Okay, it will transform like that. And now we want to change it when it is in the mobile viewport. Okay, so basically what we want to get in there, right? So we want to make it like so. We want our logo and the navigation take half and half of the whole width, whole grid in there. Okay, so and to do that, we just have to add the additional classes we have in here. We have 3 media queries, right? So we're using wide ones first, and then the medium one, and then the small one if needed, no problem. More media queries means more power, more customization control. Okay, all right. So for the logo, I want it to take half of it. So just after that, space and column, call. So basically I want, so when it is using the wide column 3, okay, it should use wide column 6, and it will take that 6 column space in there. And in here same. So basically from infinity to 320 pixels, it will stay like that. Okay, let's check it. Okay, but when it is in the from infinity to 640 pixels, we want to have a different transformation in there. Okay, so column medium 3, and then in here same column call md 9. Okay, so it will remain like that. We want to keep it like so. So we have our logo space in here and then navigation space, and we want to keep that way till we hit the mobile viewport. Okay, all right, so let's check that exactly what we wanted. Okay, looking good. So our logo and navigation is set for the responsive site. Okay, and then the main menu, main and aside, they are taking full space in there. Okay, when they are in the mobile view. So um, so this is the main and aside. Okay, so for the white column 8, make it 12, and also make it 12 as well aside. And when they are in the 640 pixels wide, they will be having this class medium, and column 8, and then call medium 4. Okay, so when they are in the larger report, they will be like this, and when they are in the mobile viewport, they will change like that, transform like that. Okay, okay, so next feature item is having 4 of them there. Okay, so for the, so we don't have to change much in here, we just have to change for the mobile version. Okay, so we need to have the featured item should also take 6 column each. All right, so that means we need to make the white one 6 6 and 6 and 6, and also grab this medium 4 and just put it in there. So whenever they are in the medium viewport size, they will be having 4 of them. They will be having 4 column widths. So that's it. So that's basically it. uh, okay, so what have we done wrong? 4 of them. Okay, so okay, let's check the original one. So we have, when they are in the large report, they have 4, they have 4 column widths in there, like so. And when they are in the mobile, they are in the 6 column, right? So um, so it should be 3, because 4 3 multiplied by 4 is 12, right? So okay, that's what we wanted. Oops, we need to check this one, right? There you go. So we needed to change this number, column number 4 to 3. Okay, so 3 multiplied by 4 is 12. Okay, so all right, there you go. That's our navigation logo, navigation main, aside, then featured item, and then footer. So that's our primary layout. Okay, and when they are in the mobile, they will transform like this. When they are in the iPad or tablet devices, they will be like this. And also we don't want to change, uh, there is nothing much to change for the desktop version. Okay, all right, so this is where we want it to be. This is, and this is where we are now. Okay, so that's it. Same. Same as that. Okay, all right, so now is the important part. Okay, so what what if you want to put some nested items in there, nested columns in there? Okay, so you can do that, completely do that, and that's also unbreakable. Okay, so you can do whatever you want with this grid system. It's so powerful, it's rock solid, unbreakable, rock solid grid system. Okay, and optimized for mobile fast contents. All right, so let's have the nested columns, right? So when we are in the large viewport, we want this aside to have some nested elements just underneath. Okay, so to do that, what we need to do, and you must take a note that whenever you are putting nested element, okay, so you must put the nested element within the um, parent class. Okay, so we are putting the nested elements in the aside. Okay, we want the nested columns to be within the aside column. Okay, nowhere else. Okay, so here is our aside column, right? So this part is the basically the aside parent column. Okay, and within here, just after this column, okay, just after this column, aside column, and this is the parent aside column. Okay, and aside column is staying within these parent aside column. Okay, so we need to have our divs and columns in here. Okay, so I'm going to copy these and I'm going to put it in here. Let's remove the space from there. So still we have our main div, parent div in there, and we have our aside column in there, and we also have our nested column with the column sizes. Okay, so let's change the text in there, nested, so that we know that this is the nested elements. Okay, so, and I'm also going to remove the medium column medium, and I'm going to give it a 6 column width. So within that aside it will take half of the space. Okay, that's how cool it is, how powerful it is. And let's copy this, paste it one more time. So we have two nested element and nested column within the aside column, and that's really powerful. And they are all taking the default style pattern. Okay, let's see this in action. So we have our nested element, nested column within the aside column. Okay, so whenever we are shrinking it, whenever it is in the mobile view, it will always be taking half of the space grid width. Okay, and that's really cool and that's really powerful. I believe so, don't you? Anyway, so that's only one nested columns in there, so we can make more. Okay, so you just have to make sure that you are in the parent column class. Okay, so yeah, this is basically the aside. Let's give the comments in there so that we know that this is the aside. Section. Okay, let's also copy this, paste it in here, and add an end tag in there so that we know that this is the aside. This is where the aside parent tag started and closed, right? Okay, and within here we have aside column itself, and within these aside column we have two nested columns, right? That's really cool. Okay, so we want to make more, right? Okay, so to make more you just have to decide how many nested elements you want, how you want them. Let's put full width nested column in there, one. Okay, so copy this, paste it, and say 12 column, take 12 column. That's it, it's done. So now we have one more nested column in the aside column. That's really cool and powerful. And whenever they are in the mobile, it will take the full width because we put 12 column, right? So if you want to customize it, you just have to add the additional class in there, and it will be like that. Okay, and that's it. It's really so powerful, so easy to manipulate once you understand the concept in here. Okay, so yeah, so let's add two more. Why not? Because we can, right? So paste two more, 6 of them, with 6 column width. Okay, and that's it. There you go. So we have our nested columns within the aside column, right? And it will never break, never. It's that powerful, it's rock solid. And yeah, so let's add some nested column just underneath the main column, right? So let's do it. Okay, so we want to add nested column just under the main column, right? Okay, no problem. Copy these and make sure this is the parent column of the main column, right? So just after this div, we're gonna have this div class with this column. Okay, so let's remove this medium column class from there, and let's write main nested. Okay, so um, let's have them like 8 column width, and also copy this, paste it in there, make them 4, so 8 plus 4 is 12, so we have our nested column in the main column like so. And whenever we are in the mobile, so we have our main column, and just underneath we have the nested main column, which is taking 4 with column 4 column and the 8 column spaces. Okay, and just after that aside and nested aside, and so on so forth. And this way you can create really complex pattern and things, and it will never break. Okay, so let's fill it up. Okay, so let's put more to make something complex, right? So let's put um, more columns in here. So let's copy these two from the main, and let's make this column 4 column width, and the other one is 8 column width. Okay, all right, good job. Okay, excellent. All right, so and also take it further. When let's do it. um, let's put 2 more columns, sub columns, main nested columns. Let's make them 6 by 6, 6 column 6 column. Okay, there you go. So there we have our kind of not so much but a little bit complex pattern grid in here, simply using that pattern system we created, right? Grid system we created, and that's it. So there you go. So you can create, you can use your own imagination to create your version of the grid system. Okay, the more complex you are, the more fun it is, really. So there we go. We have our semi-complex 12 column grid system, which is rock solid, so powerful, and that never breaks. All right, all right. So there you go. I hope you like it. I hope you are benefited from this tutorial, and if you are, if you like this video, if this technique and tutorial comes in handy to you for your projects, please do share with others, because sharing is very important. Please do. So if you like this video, give this video a thumbs up. Do write to me what is your experience with this tutorial and with the code. And if you want the code, you just email me asking for it, and I'll send it to you. Okay, so and that would be a pleasure for me. So yeah, there we go. There we have our own uh, 12 column grid system layout template 1. Okay, so there will be more coming. I'll be creating more to show you how you can do so many cool stuff using this grid system. Okay, so it's not complicated at all. You just have to have this code, that's it. And I hope that you are benefited from this code, and I hope that you can make sites and do clients projects, and earn some money. Yeah, why not? Let's share with the world what you have learned and what you know, right? So let's put it in action, put it into action. Okay, so there you go. Have fun building your imaginary layout pattern system. There you go. So thank you for being here, thank you for watching, and I really appreciate your time and support and everything. It really means a lot to me. So please do subscribe to my channel for more helpful upcoming videos. Okay, and do write to me and give this video a like, a thumbs up. All right, thank you very much. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. So I will catch you in the next video. Okay, take care. Bye.